love Rome so much, and I've lived here for quite a long time now, but every time I come out to the center and explore, it's just like a dream. There's something so inspiring about this city, and there's something new to see around every corner. No matter how long you've lived here, I feel like you'll never see all of Rome. Today we are exploring the Jewish quarter, the Jewish neighborhood. There is so much to see here, and it's just such a great central area. Also, we are on a mission to find some delicious artichokes, and it's artichoke season, so I'm sure they won't disappoint. We have a reservation at a restaurant that is famous for the fried Jewish style artichokes in just a few minutes. So let's get going and explore a little bit. I'm so glad you guys are here. We started our day here in Largo Argentina with an overpriced breakfast and then got straight into exploring. Largo di Torre Argentina is an archaeological site in the center of Rome that dates all the way back to the Roman Republic era. It's located between the Pantheon and the Jewish Ghetto, and it was the site of Julius Caesar's assassination in 44 BC. The area is now a public square with 4 Republican-era temples and a theater. It's really a great place to visit to get a glimpse of ancient Rome for free, and it's also the home to a cat sanctuary where stray cats are taken care of and protected. Within the Jewish quarter is one of my absolute favorite fountains in Rome, the Turtle Fountain. It's a beautiful fountain located right here in Palazzo Mattei. It was designed by Giacomo della Porta in the 16th century, and originally it was here to provide clean drinking water and bathing water for the people who lived in this neighborhood. The water that flows to it is the same water from the Acqua Vergine, which is the same water that flows through the Trevi Fountain. So why is it called the Turtle Fountain? You can see the 4 marble turtles, and every time I come here I see school groups of tons of kids, and it's a popular spot for tourists to take pictures. It's also a really popular spot for locals, with a few really great bars located all around this piazza. Right next to the Turtle Fountain, just up the street a little bit, you will find Palazzo Mattei. It's a beautiful palace in Rome that was built in the 16th century. Step back in time to witness this palace. It's a stunning example of Renaissance architecture, and it's decorated with beautiful frescoes and sculptures, and inside the palace you'll find a large collection of priceless works of art, an impressive marble staircase, and it's definitely a must-see to pop inside when you're visiting the area. Oh wow. So big.
Don't worry, he's very kind.
Oh. What kind is he?
He's a Pyrenees mountain dog.
Oh. So big. Oh.
Wow, his feet are so tall.
Oh my god.
That was amazing.
You liked it. Oh yeah. So the Jewish quarter in Rome is the oldest Jewish settlement in Europe. It dates back before the Ashkenazi and the Sephardic Jews came to Europe, since before the diaspora. So originally, before the Tiber River had walls to protect the city from flooding, this area was a really bad area to live in because of flooding from the Tiber. It didn't get much sunlight. It was a place where disease would fester. It was just very problematic to live here, also without good drinking water. It just really was not the neighborhood you wanted to live in. But today the neighborhood is a very vibrant area with a mix of traditional and modern shops, restaurants, and cafes. It has a very famous bakery that you should visit, and it's home to some of the most important sites of Jewish history, such as the Great Synagogue and the Jewish Museum. There really is something for everyone here, and it's definitely worth a visit. So I have heard about this restaurant that's famous for Jewish style artichokes called Nonna Betta. It is a beloved restaurant in Rome and it's been around since the 1950s. It's a cozy and inviting spot that's known for its traditional Roman cuisine. Here you can find traditional dishes like carbonara, amatriciana, as well as some of their own specialties. Nonna Betta is a great place to go for a casual dinner or lunch, and they have plenty of kosher options as well. We opted for fried zucchini flowers, the Jewish style artichokes, and we split a lasagna and an eggplant parmesan, which was delicious. We also got some good house red wine, and we shared a plate of a cake assortment for dessert. Nonna Betta did not disappoint, and I highly recommend. Lunch, we wanted to walk around a little bit, stretch our legs, work off some of those calories, and so we walked around the Jewish synagogue. Here in Rome, it is the main synagogue for the Jewish community in the city. It was built in 1904 and it's one of the oldest and most important monuments of Jewish history in Rome. It's a beautiful building and you'll notice that it has a square dome, differentiating itself from all other domes in the city. The dome of the Jewish synagogue in Rome is square because it was designed to resemble the design of the ancient Jewish temple in Jerusalem. The dome is a symbol of strength and resilience of the Jewish community in Rome, and it's a reminder of the importance of their faith and their history. It's a great place to visit if you want to learn more about the Jewish community in Rome. Inside, you can find a library, a museum, and a prayer hall. You might mistake this for the Colosseum if it's your first time visiting Rome, but this is Teatro Marcello, the theater of Marcellus. This dates back to the time of Julius Caesar, built in the 1st century BC, and it's one of the most impressive ancient Roman monuments in the city. It has a large stone facade and a beautiful interior with a large stage and seating area. Today, the upper floors are actually divided into multiple apartments, and its surroundings are used as a venue for small summer concerts. Wouldn't you love to live here? How amazing. And this path is completely free to walk through if you're just needing to cut through the neighborhood. You get to walk right in front of it because this is a normal, average, everyday Roman walking path. At this point, we were kind of just wandering around and walking back home, so we're technically outside of the Jewish quarter now, but I wanted to include a little bit of this footage. I'm sure you've heard of it. This is Campo dei Fiori. It's a lively square in Rome where you can find some of the best restaurants and bars in the city. It's a popular spot for locals and tourists alike to shop for souvenirs and fresh produce. The square is surrounded by beautiful buildings, and during the day, it's filled with the scent of fresh flowers and produce coming from the market. During the night, this piazza clears out and becomes quite lively because there's a few bars here that are quite popular with foreigners just enjoying a night out. So it's a great place to visit if you want to get a taste of a lively atmosphere and some good local food. Mom wanted to get some fresh pomegranate juice, and then we decided to call it a day. That's all for today's video, you guys. Thank you so much for exploring Rome with us. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in next week's adventure. Ciao! Ciao!